It's that time of the month, folks. Solar stats. Let me just adjust this camera. I've got a lot of reflections in my glasses. 2nd of October today.
Yeah.
Solar stats for September 2023. Now, I only noticed this price increase from EDF because I do it every month and I work out how much we've saved by generating our own electric. But we'll get to that in a minute. Solar for September 2023, we generated 339.2 kilowatt hours. So that's generated, stored in the batteries, used it overnight. Pretty good month, to be honest. You can see on the thing on the screenshot here, an average day was between 12 and 13 kilowatt hours. There was some a little bit lower and there was some a bit higher, obviously, but average 12 to 13 kilowatts a day, which is pretty much what we use, and that will sort of last through the night, you know, using the batteries. We did have the fans running quite a bit because it was fairly warm through most of September. You know, overnight temperatures were quite warm. So we do have the fans running, so there is a bit of a load going on overnight. But yeah, so 339.2. Now, EDF. Oh, hang on. Before I move on to EDF, I will just go down to the bottom of the screen and show you. These stats are our social contributions. I mention this in every video. It's just a little snippet that GrowWatt app throws at you since we've had our system installed. So since, I think, November 21, I believe we installed that, didn't we? Yeah. So since our solar system's been up and running, we have saved, now this is what a power station would have generated to, or it's what a solar power station would have produced, generating the amount of electric that we've produced outside. So we've saved 6,038.7 kilograms, so that's just over 6 tonne of CO2. So we're doing a little bit for the environment. Yes, there is a CO2 footprint on all the items on the solar system. The panels, I believe they said, you know, depending on what panels you've got, it can be 2 to 3 years before they come CO2 neutral. But anyway, we've saved just over 6 tonne of CO2 since November 21. Trees, we've saved 333 trees. Now, I'm not sure where they get that from. We've saved deforestation by 333 trees. Whether that's because some of these power stations are sort of biomass and they use obviously felled trees chopped up to power up turbines to generate electric, I don't know, but this is what GrowWatt say we've saved. Coal, we have saved 2,422.8 kilograms of coal, so nearly 2.5 tonne of coal. I'm assuming, now I don't know if that's all 3 of these, or, you know, you're not going to save 6 tonne of CO2 and 2.5 tonne of coal, because various countries, they use different methods for power stations. Here in France, we've got quite a bit of the old nuclear power stations. 12% of our EDF electric comes from renewable sources. So that's wind turbines, hydro stations, solar. So 12% is generated by that. Then there's nuclear, and then there's coal and, you know, solid fuel power stations, I should say. But for the month of September 2023, we imported 26 kilowatts of electric, which comes to a grand total of €6. Then we chuck on top EDF's abonnement, which is your standing order, standing charge. That's what you pay for the privilege of having electric to your house. €19. That's it. I have said it had gone up. It sort of leveled at 19 for the time being. So it's €25 for September. We've had to pay EDF. Now, last month, they're crafty. They're putting the prices up incrementally so that people don't really notice it. And I only notice it because I work out the price per unit so that I can tell you how much we've saved by generating our solar. So I've done the sums, and today we are at 23 cents a unit. Last month we was at 22.8. cents a unit. So 0.2 of a cent doesn't sound a lot, but if you imagine everybody in France, it all goes up that little bit. They're making a little bit of money. Robbing bastards. I say this every month. So 23 cents a unit. So the amount of solar that we generated in September, 339.2 kilowatt hours, would have cost us, if we had to import it, 78 euros and 1 cent. So almost 80 euros. We'll soon have this solar system paid off. Anyway, it's another glorious day. The inverter was going wild earlier because we've had the oven on. This time of year you get your solar spikes towards the ends of the day, not in the middle, because obviously you're using power at the start, charging the batteries. You're using power at the end. In the middle, there's normally a bit of a dip, but we get round that. We have sort of our main meal at lunchtime, so we use the oven or any electrical appliance that we need to make lunch. So today we had roast vegetables. That was in the oven. So the sun is out during the day. So, but what you'll find, a lot of solar curves that sort of go up when there's a load, and then it will dip down and then go back up again. So yeah, this time of year we're now on to lunches or our main meal at lunchtime, so that we can use the electric. So we've charged the batteries up. We've had the oven going. Water heater is up to temperature. That's now finished. So all that will do now is just tick over, power the loads in the house. The battery won't charge up again until it hits 93%, is it, or 94? 94%, and then it will trickle a little bit more in to take it back up to 100. Whether that's a good thing or not, I don't know, because a lot of people say that's microcycling, but you can't really do much about it because it's the inverter's in control of that all through the BMS. So, and obviously the inverter has a 70 watt load per hour, so that's always going to be pulling that little bit out of the battery. But I don't know if you can hear that, it's all gone quiet now, so it's just taking care of the loads in the house. We've got some fly zapping lights, my computer's on in the other room, and that's about it. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, our solar stats for September 2023, and we'll catch you in the next video. Bye for now.